So, hi everyone, I'm KiwiSimsKate. Kiwi because I'm from New Zealand, Sims because I love The Sims, and Kate because that's my name. It's as simple as that. Welcome to another speed build here on YouTube. A special warm welcome if you're brand new here. Today I'm creating a micro home, which I'm quite amazed that I've never built before. I've never taken on the challenge of a micro home. I have made a tiny home before, which I think was 100 tiles exactly. But this home is micro. So it is one of the tiny home residential lots. You have to stick within 32 tiles, I believe it is, which is pretty small. But when I started building, I realized actually I was able to fit quite a bit in here. So you'll see me, add a few different things for your Sims in this little house. I thought it turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. I actually had a channel point redemption over in my Twitch channel. I stream over on Twitch. If you didn't already know, we'd love to have you join us. And in my channel, you can redeem using your channel points for me to do a 10-minute build challenge. And generally it's chaos. But recently I wanted to try and make a tiny home. So that's what we did. And I basically got it done, but I was definitely inspired by that challenge, which was chaotic and stressful, to actually sit down and take my time kind of rebuilding the home with as much time as I wanted. So I went back to the tiny home concept and I came up with this idea. So it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom residential home for one Sim. It's just got a single bed in here. To be honest, you could fit quite a bit more in a micro home. You could do the bunk beds. You could probably, if you reconfigured the layout of the home, you could probably fit a double bed somewhere. But I wanted to go for a single home. I kind of had a really sort of modern, young, preppy type Sim in mind for this home. They love bright colors. They love cutesy stuff. Maybe they enjoy collecting, soft toys or something. Not that they would have much space to store them in this micro home, but I wanted to use color. I wanted to use as much color as possible, and I'm generally not a big user of color in my builds. I usually have a pop of color, one sort of accent color or main color, and I'll use shades of that. And I do tend to stick with blues and greens, kind of soft colors, and then amongst, a bunch of sort of neutrals. That is my kind of go-to building style. But lately, since we got the Pastel Pop Kit and the High School Years pack, and we've got so many kind of bright swatches recently, and pastel-y, funky colors, it's inspired me to step outside my comfort zone a little bit. And this home, I don't know if I could personally live in it because it's very bright, but I really love how it turned out. It is so colorful. This bathroom in particular, I'm obsessed with. It's so small. It's only 2x2 tiles, but I loved using the Snowy Escape tile on the walls around the entire room. I nearly just used it on one wall as sort of an accent wall. I thought it might be too much, and then I decided, nah, let's go with too much. I'm going to commit to too much color and see how it turns out, and I'm really glad I did. I also gave this Sim a small kitchen, but in actual fact I was surprised at how much I could fit in. So I used the small bar fridge instead of a full-size fridge. That saved me quite a lot of space. And we've got a sink, and I decided to go with the benchtop oven instead of a regular oven. I don't usually use that object, and I really wanted to use it in this build because it felt appropriate, and it also comes in some cute swatches. I kind of was inspired. It doesn't look anything like my old kitchen, but I was sort of inspired by Japanese apartment kitchens because a lot of Japanese apartments are tiny. I used to live in Japan, and there's a build up on YouTube, one of my earlier ones, of a kind of replica of what my apartment used to look like. If you want to check that out, I will put it up the top of this video. You can click through to it, and that was almost to a T what my apartment was like. But this, I wanted to use that sort of idea of a tiny Japanese kitchen. My kitchen was not bad, actually. It was quite sizable, but I did have a little bench top oven. So yeah, I wanted to give them enough bench space so that it still functioned as a kitchen in The Sims, but I did want it to look a little cluttered and like they didn't have a ton of storage. So I pulled out loads of great clutter items from the Pastel Pop kit, from the Everyday Clutter kit. I love some of these new clutter items that we got. This phone and keys set, that cute glass vase with the flowers, and the rolled up yoga mat with the exercise ball. I love that item so much. I also thought it was cute to use this daisy flower rug in the kitchen. It comes in amazing bright swatches, and I don't tend to use it for adult Sims or young adult Sims. Generally, I would think to use them in a kid's room, but this house is perfect for it. So I used that rug, and I also used the round one from, I think it came with High School Years as well, with the little flowers on it in the living space. Yeah, I had a lot of fun using items I wouldn't normally because they come in such great bright swatches. So for example, the sofa that I use was from that pack that a lot of people panned. What was it? It was My First Pet Stuff, I think. I think that was the pack. And it comes in some odd colours that don't normally go in my builds. But for this build, I found a perfect swatch, so I used that sofa, and it was kind of a great size as well. It was big enough so that two Sims could sit there, so if they had a friend round, there would be enough seating. But it was small enough so that your Sim can walk around this home. This is playable. I have tested everything. Before I uploaded it to the gallery, I did need to adjust a couple of things from once I'd made the speed build, but it does, you'd barely be able to notice the tiny adjustments I made to make it function. And the bedroom, what I wanted to do with this bedroom, first of all, I knew I wanted to use a platform in this house, so it's up on kind of one step of a platform, and then it has this beautiful big arched window, so it's got plenty of light, and it also has a kind of skylight. Part of the roof in the bedroom section is glass, so loads of light in the bedroom. So I didn't end up putting any ceiling lights in this room. They have lights coming from these pictures here, and then loads of light from outside. And what I wanted this room to look like was I wanted it to appear like there were kind of concertina sliding doors that separated the bedroom from the living and kitchen area. So that's why I use these eco lifestyle windows, these triangular ones. I hope it sort of looks like that. That's my intention. Unfortunately, we don't have an object like that in the game, other than we actually did get a large door that has sort of open concertina doors. I think that came with the Desert Luxe kit. that was free for a short time, I believe. Anyway, that's in the game, but that object would have been far too big to put there. So I just used those 2 windows from Eco Lifestyle, and I think it kind of does the trick. Let me know what you think. That's my intention anyway. And then the outsides just got a lot of colour as well. I made the house itself yellow with, I sort of wanted to make the bathroom section look like it had been added maybe in an extension. Maybe this was some kind of, I don't know, trailer home or temporary mobile home that was then converted into a permanent housing for someone, and so they just needed to add a little bit more space. There's window boxes from Cottage Living, and then I just landscape around to make it look all cute and colourful. I just popped down some of these debug stones, I guess they are, coming from the front door to look like little I don't know, little paving, that's the word I'm thinking of, paving out to the front. And the lot just feels very big and empty, so I also added a bit of detail up the side as if there was maybe a pathway going along the side of the house, and this crochet knitted mailbox, which is adorable. And then I was going to give this some a car, but they all looked too big. So what I did instead was I added in a bicycle. So I thought the sim, it kind of made a bit more sense that maybe they rode a bicycle instead of drove a car. They're kind of into minimal living, and also the swatch of that bicycle is adorable, so I really wanted to use it. Thank you so much for watching this build. I really enjoyed making this micro home. I might start making quite a few of these. I might do a bunch of different styles. Let me know what you think, if that could be a good little series on the channel. But the screenshots are coming up shortly. And if you want to download this build, my gallery ID is KiwiSimsKate. You can find this one and all of my other builds there. If you enjoyed this video, it really does help to support the channel if you subscribe, leave a like, comment below. The other helpful things you can do that cost nothing are follow me on my socials. So I'm over on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I also stream live on Twitch. On all of those platforms, if you just look for KiwiSimsKate, you should be able to find me. And thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care out there. Bye.